basically, again, she told that there are two centers, Malawi as well as Kent. Now, just you can have a look, because basically when you are following any kind of a academic stream or any course, any program within the Sri Lankan soil, the first question is, this particular organization, is there any authority? Is this particular program is valid? Is it accepted by the, whatever the within Sri Lankan soil? That's number one. I hope that, when you see this, even from the Minister of Higher Education and Higher Education at that time, this Horizon campus has been granted, approved, which they can provide this, especially two courses, as you see, Bachelor of Biosystems Technology, as well as Masters of Education. Now, which means that you don't want to go anywhere, right? Asking this particular questions. This is approval certificate which has been given by the Minister of Education. This has been accepted even a University Grant Commission. Now let's see that the program description. So as I highlighted, this particular Masters of Education program, cater the demands or the really SLQF 10, level 10. And this has a 60 credit program that includes 26 credits for professional courses. Later you can see what are the courses. Then 8 credits for professional elective courses, and 8 credits for research method course, and 18 credits for research proposal and dissertation. When you go through that, this is a very full, covering all the areas, design and especially latest new technology integration, and then in addition, there are some other programs also. Basically, if anyone is really little bit of a understand about this English, definitely there's an ongoing English course related to this. You can do that, even that is also possible. Now, my dears, let's go through these core courses. Core means the main part of that, it is vital, integral part of this particular Masters of Education program. Now, when you go through this, all these courses, namely psychological perspectives of education, philosophical perspectives of education, sociological perspectives of education. I think hopefully first semester you will be having 4 subjects or 4 courses. Basically when we are talking about any education, Sri Lanka or any country, so the education has founded based on these 3 foundations: psychology, philosophy and sociology. So I think very, very important whenever you are, even whether you want to be a early childhood teacher, or maybe primary, junior secondary, senior secondary, even for a university lecturer, teacher, educator, whatever your capacity, I think you have to have a very good understanding related to this, the foundations of education. That covered very clearly by a very latest technology, as well as whatever the information is there. Then the research methods in education 1 and 2. I think 2 semesters, right? This research method in education covered from various aspects, starting from maybe what is the defining research, what do you mean by research, and then all these research approaches, quantitative, qualitative, mixed approaches, then different types of research methods, right? Even the data collection instruments, and then all how you can do all these type of research. In particularly, it is highlighted in the educational research, and through this course, even you will be able to write the research proposal from the very beginning up to the end. No participants, no students will leave behind everything. That is the most important thing in this faculty. You will be accompanied by your tutors, especially the resource person, as well as from the faculty, and all people get together and will give you the fullest support and cooperation. Then instructional technology, as you see, whatever I have highlighted, this technology, instructional technology is like a separate subject. You see, even from A to Z, you will be learning one thing is like a computer, like a packages, as well as at the same time, how you are going to make use of this technology onto your studies and then research and then for your career development. So then again, next subject like a professional ethics and soft skills development, the new subject basically whenever you are working anywhere in the world, even Sri Lanka also, you have some, if you are a teacher, there are some teachers ethics. So something overall, what are the professional ethics as well as soft skills. Another important point is that earlier, all we were depend on the hard skills only, the subject knowledge. No, now, my dear, the most important thing is how you are going to communicate, active listening, sympathy, empathy, something, all these sort of thing is very much needed to work any kind of organization. Then again, this has been included as a soft skills development. Then, when there's a no assessment, no evaluation, nothing will happen. I think that is, I personally believe that. So, educational assessment and evaluation, when you are working with whatever the type of your students, your children, your kids, you should be able to assess. What do you mean by assessment? Assessment is throughout the learning process, teaching learning process, you need to assess where your student, how you can help. That's a way of assessing. Most important thing. Again, evaluation. Evaluation is definitely how you are going to evaluate the students. Even there are some ways, kind of maybe statistical analysis, or maybe some a criterion references. All these things are there. Then you will be getting in-depth understanding about this educational assessment and evaluation. Then academic writing. Then sometimes you may surprise, what is this particular subject? As we know, any language, maybe Sinhala, Tamil or English or any language, there are formal writing, informal writing, for example, right? Even letters also, formal letters, and then maybe informal letters are there. Similarly, academic writing is a special way of writing, language, right? Then you are emerge into this type of exposure, and then how to write your thesis. What is exactly the difference between academic and non-academic writing? And especially for example, now in the academic writing, you can use this contract forms. Then again, hopefully, you make use of some phrasal verbs, right? Ambiguous meaning. Even surely, from the very beginning, there's a properly designed program for academic writing, which is really direct focus on your research work. Then the research proposal and dissertation, 1 and 2, I think now you can understand through this word, actually purpose of that, finally, the 6 months reserved for your research work. At that time, surely individual kind of a supervisor will be assigned to you, and then he or she will guide you until you complete your research work, even writing the research and the research proposal evaluation, and then all other 5 chapters, and how to do the literature review, and everything is there. Then, my dears, even at the beginning, it has mentioned that elective courses. Even now, you see there are group 1 and group 2. Sometimes, you may think that what do you mean by this group 1 and 2? I think you are expected to, supposed to study 2 subjects. So, one is from group 1, like a subject, one of them, and the group 2 also, one of these subjects. Now just go through this educational management and administration, curriculum and instruction, inclusive education, teach education. Now actually in the international context, remember that in this particular elective courses also designed, right, for a cater the demand of international education. Wherever you want to go, even sometime you are intent to go migrate for even seeking a job from an international context, overseas context, maybe serving as a teacher, or maybe teacher educator, maybe an instructor, or maybe lecturer, whatever your capacity. So all these subjects are very relevant to your whatever you specialize in. Educational management and administration, basically those who like to some kind of administration and management field within the education. For example, maybe becoming a principal, deputy principal, maybe a director, or maybe assistant director, all whatever types of thing, that is very much important. Even this curriculum and instruction, again, high curriculum, and then you can have a very broad understanding about this curriculum. Co-curriculum, subject curriculum, knowledge-based curriculum, hidden curriculum, there are many types. And then inclusive education, another main a new trend in the world, everywhere, inclusive. Even inclusive education cater the demands of now. We all believe accepted in the worldly, the students who have any kind of a difficulty, maybe learning difficulties, or maybe some other difficulties. So therefore, they all must be within the normal classroom, and then education must be provided. So that is exactly the little understanding about the idea of this inclusive, and the teacher education, of course, the becoming a teacher, even further a teacher development, teacher competencies, and all are coming under that. Then when you go through this group 2, again, guidance and counseling. I think nowadays teachers are actually, every teacher must be a guide or counselor. This is another a very important area. Then early childhood education, as I mentioned earlier, even upcoming educational reforms also, this early childhood education has been given the priority, prominence for the within this education reforms in Sri Lanka. Then comparative and international education, again, I personally believe that some of you want to critically develop, and then some of you want to even go for a outside from the Sri Lanka, and then do work as a teacher, maybe any country. So in that context, comparative and international education is very, very much important. At least 6, some a developed countries, you will be able to learn some developed countries' education system, their assessment, their best practices, and all of these things. Now, my dear, these are one of them. Each group, you have to select one subject, and then you can take 2 from this elective subject. Then when we are talking about this all, how these subjects are being conducted, or how participants, what type of activities that you are engaged during this course. So the transferable skills are developed through a range of activities. Transferable skill. Now, this is a very, very much important a term, transferable. Why we are learning in the school or anywhere, even during your real life, you want to transfer it. For example, what is the purpose of learning a mathematics? Addition, subtraction, multiplication. For example, that particular student, boy or girl, goes to the a boutique or somewhere to purchase something. That student should be able to transfer whatever is learned that calculations. So, and then get his or her work done. I think this is a very simple example. Anyway, the transferable skills, transfer of learning, transfer of training. There are different types of even concept also the similar term. Now you see the individual and group assignment. So that's one of the main activities. Then project. I hope that when you are talking about project, the elective subject, you will be having one project for one subject. Then two projects should be done during two elective subjects, right? Real life experience, classroom discussions, presentations, seminar, field trip, forum. I think there are many activities that you can engage with them. Then as I mentioned earlier also, assessment and graduation. Now, this is the most important part. Whenever you follow any program, any course, surely you are waiting to get your degree or certificates or whatever the some kind of a certificate should be there. So then only in Sri Lanka or any country, that is exactly your evidence that you have followed this successfully completed the program. So then a student basically this assessment through exams, assignment, presentation and research project. I think when you start learning, definitely you will be understanding what are them. And then evaluation of each course had two parts. Yeah, this is very much important. This is the place where the something continuous assessment and end semester examination. Usually the continuous assessment for all these core subjects as well as elective subjects, definitely 40% marks carries from the internal assessment. Continuous assessment. Do remember that. Maybe you need to for a core courses, surely you will be having one physical session for a for a 1 month, right? Then you are expected to reach Kandy or Colombo for the as your convenience, and then that is a physical session. Even at that time also, the lectures are conducted through online, but anyway, during that time also, you have the opportunity to discuss, share, and then care about views and thoughts, and definitely through that, it is an additional help. Okay, that is the continuous assessment about these core courses. And the end semester, basically, each and every semester wise, immediately after completing your semester, exams will be there. Again, those two exams also will be conducted basically from Malabi as well as from Kandy, right? Again, thinking about your convenience where you stay. Then, of course, now it is very clear. Now, after assessment or evaluation, your program, your final aim is to getting your Master of Education degree certificate. So, this is very much requirement, very mandatory. Pass all the compulsory course modules and elective course modules specified in the course curriculum, like which amounts of 42 credits, right? Then after that successfully complete the research and dissertation which amount to 18 credits, altogether 60 credits, right? So I think that is a little bit from my anyway, my dear, remember in your life, right? One thing is you must be ready. Your life is definitely you need to update yourself, upgrade yourself, and promote. It's a very much important as a person. First of all, each and every day, even whether you are working or not at home, you need to have that update. What will be happening tomorrow? Update. Then upgrade yourself. Now, if you are a teacher, definitely maybe grade 3 or like a grade 3 teacher, 3-1, then definitely you need to upgrade into 2-2, then the 2-1, to first grade, something like that grade. Then promote yourself. If you are really retiring as a teacher, that is your problem. Remember that. You need to there are a grade coordinator, subject coordinator, then sectional head, deputy principals, vice principals, principal, directors, right? All these are opportunities for you. Remember that. So therefore, my dear, one thing is you need to think about this gravity, in-depth gravity of this particular courses. Again, I'm so happy. Actually, all these lectors, resource persons are really well qualified, well experienced, in particularly overseas experience and all locally, within the field of teacher education, they are very expertise people. Then again, not only that, they are very very friendly. Always, they never want to leave behind you. Everyone can only the thing is this: where there is a way, there is a way. Please do remember that. Your commitment, your sacrifice, your determination, your willpower, and then they count a lot. So always have some kind of a inspire, right? Even definitely as a inspirational a person, you should be an instructional leader within your organization, within your education setup. I hope that again, finally, I hope that everything goes that you need to transform yourself. That is one day you want to become a transformational leader. I hope that if you have any question, I do understand that everyone can understand English language. I don't mind. Remember, even language is not a barrier. Even these three mediums are available. Don't be late, right? Grab this opportunity, and then there's some way of how their financially arrangement and other things that will be discussed with your administrative body. They are also very, very friendly people, always who are prepared to help you. So, my dear, anyway, thank you so much by listening this particular presentation, and then hope that as at the first whatever slide it is mentioned that what on tomorrow how learn, grow, and lead. Three things in your life, don't forget: learn, grow, and lead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your valuable, insightful presentation. So I believe that all of you have a clear understanding about the Master of Education degree program. Now we are ready to present a short video about the Horizon campus so that you can get more information regarding the university and what we offer.
Welcome to a place where possibilities come alive. nestled in the heart of Malabar. Horizon Campus stands as a hub of academic excellence, innovation, and a vibrant student community.
Here, we push boundaries and embrace a future shaped by our students' achievements. Our diverse academic programs, spread over 7 faculties, are designed to equip students with the knowledge and skills to lead in an ever-changing world. Through innovation, research, and hands-on learning, we prepare future leaders to thrive in their chosen fields.
With state-of-the-art classrooms, labs, and a comprehensive library, our facilities provide the ideal environment for innovation and intellectual growth. Beyond academics, we offer spaces to unwind, connect, and grow.
Our sports facilities foster teamwork and a passion for excellence, encouraging students to develop discipline, resilience, and a competitive spirit. While the cafeteria and common areas encourage collaboration and friendships.
Student life here is dynamic, with over 16 clubs and societies, cultural events, and career fairs, ensuring there's something for everyone. This is more than just a campus. It's a community that empowers you to reach new heights. Join us where the horizon is just the beginning. Your journey starts here.
Okay, now I will explain eligibility criteria, documentation process, and fee structures for the Master of Education degree program. If you meet any of the following qualifications, you are eligible for the Master of Education degree. The first one is a Bachelor of Education Honors degree or a Bachelor of